she was on the list. Jill Duggar Dillard confirmed in an August 21 social media post that she did attend her older sister Jana Duggar's August 15 wedding to Stephen Wissmann. Jill's celebratory Instagram post came a few days after Jana walked down the aisle. She shared a video soundtracked by Bette Midler's Chapel of Love that included a photo of herself and her husband, Derek Dillard, posing with the newlyweds, as well as snaps of the wedding program, a group shot featuring the entire Duggar family, and pictures of the bride and groom's first dance. "She's married. Congrats to my sister." Former counting on star touches on apparent bridal party snub. When news of Jana's surprise wedding first emerged last week, followers of the family quickly noticed that Jill was not included in the bridal party. Instead, Jana's sisters Jill Vuolo, Joy Anna Forsyth, Johanna Duggar, and Jordan Duggar were bridesmaids, along with her sister-in-law Abby Duggar. Jana's sister Jessa Sewell was the matron of honor. One person wondered why Jill, who follows Jana and her twin John David in the family's birth order, wasn't included. "Why weren't you a bridesmaid?" "No hate. Just genuinely curious," the commenter asked. "I don't know, but it should always be the bride's decision," Jill replied. Jana was a bridesmaid in Jill's 2014 wedding to Derek. Jill's relationship with some of her family members has been strained in recent years. She and her husband quit Counting On in 2017 over a dispute about pay. In 2023, she published a memoir, Counting the Cost. In the book, she discussed what it was like to grow up on reality TV, her arguments with her dad Jim Bob Duggar over money, and her decision to leave the show. In early 2024, Jill said her relationship with Jim Bob and her mom Michelle was still tense, but she was friendlier with some of her 18 siblings. It's still one of those situations where you kind of have to know, like, what am I up for emotionally? She explained during an appearance on the Unplanned podcast via Us Weekly. "I would be lying if I said it was completely like it used to be, but I can definitely get together with some of my siblings and just have a great time or go to lunch," she added. In her post about Jana's wedding, Jill revealed that she'd also spent time with her family the day before the ceremony. She shared that her and Derek's 3 young sons, Israel, Samuel, and Freddie, didn't attend the wedding but did see the extended family at another gathering. "Our kids were there the night before for the family dinner," Jill explained to a commenter. "We went kid-free to the wedding and it was nice since space was tight anyway." And 1 week after Jim Bob Duggar and Michelle Duggar's eldest daughter tied the knot with Stephen Wissmann, her sister Jill Duggar is sharing a glimpse of the August 15 nuptials. "She's married." Jill, who is married to Derek Dillard, wrote alongside an August 20 Instagram reel with highlights from the day. "Congrats to my sister Jana Duggar and her husband on their wedding last week." In the video set to Bette Midler's Chapel of Love, the 33-year-old documented everything from the ceremony programs, to family photos, to special the Wissmann cookies, and even snagged footage of a special dance Jana and Stephen shared to Elvis Presley's classic, "Can't Help Falling in Love," as their 500 guests stood by with sparklers. As seen in the programs, Jana's sister Jessa Duggar Sewald was her matron of honor, while sisters Jinger Duggar Vuolo, Joanna Duggar Forsyth, Johanna Duggar, and Jordan Duggar, as well as Abby Duggar, the wife of her brother John Duggar, served as bridesmaids. And as Jana said just prior to her nuptials in her native Arkansas, she was having trouble wrapping around finally getting married. "I think it is one of those things that all girls envision someday," the 34-year-old told People in an interview published August 16. "For me it felt like, okay, it's never coming. But now it's starting to sink in. Reality is starting to set in. And I'm like, wow, this truly is something that I've dreamed of." Counting on alum Jill Duggar Dillard finally addresses why she wasn't picked as a bridesmaid at Jana and Stephen's wedding. The 33-year-old is known for her close relationship with Jana. Some people even thought that Jill was going to be her sister's maid of honor. There have been speculations that Jim Bob is the reason why Derek's wife didn't get a role at the nuptials. Keep reading to see what Jill has to say about it. Jana surprised a lot of people after suddenly revealing that she's married. There were no courtship or engagement announcements that happened online between her and Stephen Wissmann. The Counting On alum walked down the aisle on August 15. She has also participated in multiple interviews since her wedding. Photos and clips from the newlyweds' nuptials have also surfaced online, but most of them never featured Jill, creating speculation that she wasn't invited. A Reddit thread believed that Jim Bob gave Jana an unforgettable ceremony in exchange for not inviting her sister. Others also think that it's one of the main reasons why Jana looked sad in one of her photos with her dad as he walked her down the aisle. But James recently took to social media to share a full family photo at the wedding, which showed Jill and Derek. Some Redditors react to a fan's interaction with Jana Duggar Dillard online. According to the poster, they saw the Counting on Alum replying to one of her followers about why she wasn't a bridesmaid at Jana's wedding. Jill said, "I don't know, but it should always be the bride's decision." Many were left in awe by Jill's mature response, but others think that she just wasn't asked, but she's not heard about it. Meanwhile, some can't help but speculate that her reply may be a subtle shade at Jim Bob. "I take it from her response that she wasn't asked but certainly isn't hurt by it. I see it should always be the bride's decision as maybe subtle shade at Jim Boob. I will say, a lot of times in dramatic families, the person trying to get the family to own up to unhealthy ways is often labeled the troublemaker. Not the narcissist, the one who puts up boundaries. As a therapist and someone who lives/works round these parts 100%, the healthiest and most functional gets blamed for breaking status quo, even when it's a super F*** ket up SQ to begin with." I wonder if Jana was triggered by something Jill and Derek said and couldn't let it go. In the book, Jill said that Jana was a Gothard girl. That was a very mature response by Jill considering she was the only elder daughter left out. Jill recently took to social media to share a clip from Jana and Steven's wedding. "She's married. Congrats to my sister and her husband on their wedding last week," the Counting on Alum captioned. One of the photos showed Jill's short dress outfit, which may explain why she was well covered behind her siblings in their family photo. She also shared the timeline of activities that happened at Prairie Grove, Arkansas. In the land of the Duggars, where courtships lead to quick marriages and modesty reigns supreme, it's safe to say that no one saw this coming. Jana Duggar, often dubbed the Cinderella Duggar, for her eternal single status and dedication to her family's household, finally walked down the aisle last week. That's right, folks. After years of speculation that she might be destined for permanent singleness, Jana said "I do" to Steven Wisman. But of course, it wouldn't be a Duggar event without a side of drama, and this time, the spotlight was on Jill Dillard's mysterious absence from the wedding photos. Rumors were flying faster than the Duggar kids can churn out another baby when eagle-eyed fans noticed that Jill, who has been increasingly distant from her father, Jim Bob Duggar, wasn't anywhere to be seen in the wedding snaps shared by Jana and her crew. With Jill's tell-all book laying bare the family's deepest secrets, fans were quick to wonder if she'd been left off the guest list altogether due to bad blood with the Duggar patriarch. Then there's the whole issue of Jill and Jana. The sisters used to be as close as two Duggar daughters could be. Jana was even Jill's maid of honor at her wedding a decade ago. But with Jill's book causing quite the stir, people couldn't help but question if a sibling spat was keeping Jill away from the festivities. But hold your horses, Jill wasn't exiled to the Duggar doghouse. On Tuesday, she broke her silence and confirmed that she was very much in attendance at her sister's wedding. Taking to Instagram, Jill posted a reel that put the rumors to rest, showcasing pictures and videos of her and husband Derek Dillard smiling alongside the glowing bride and groom. Although Jill's 3 kiddos didn't make it to the ceremony, she explained in the comments that they did join the family for a pre-wedding dinner the night before. With 500 guests packed into the venue, space was apparently at a premium. When another follower questioned her attendance, Jill sweetly responded, "Yes, we were invited to attend. She was a beautiful bride. We wish them all the best." Jill and Derek weren't the only unexpected faces at the nuptials. In a move that shocked no one, several crew members from 19 Kids and Counting On made an appearance. However, jaws really dropped when Anna Duggar showed up, minus her incarcerated husband, Josh, of course. Jana Duggar and her husband Steven Wisman married on August 15 in Prairie Grove, Arkansas, with many members of her big family in attendance. Jill Duggar Dillard was in attendance as her sister Jana Duggar walked down the aisle on August 15. Nearly 1 week after the wedding, Jill shared some behind-the-scenes footage from the big day. On Tuesday, the Counting on Alum clipped together an Instagram reel with footage from Jana, 34, and her husband Steven Wisman's nuptials in Prairie Grove, Arkansas. "She's married. Congrats to my sister and her husband on their wedding last week," Jill, 33, captioned her video, which she soundtracked with Bette Midler's 1972 rendition of Chapel of Love. The Instagram post featured footage of the venue and stills of some of the sweet details, like a cookie frosted to read the Wismans. Jill also included a photo of the ceremony program, which listed the names of Jana's bridesmaids, her sister-in-law, Abby Duggar, and sisters Joy Anna Forsyth, Johanna Duggar, Jinger Duggar Vualo, and Jordan Duggar. Jessa Duggar Seawald was Jana's maid of honor. Jill wore a sleeveless black mini dress, as seen in the snaps of her and her husband Derek Dillard at the event. The couple posed with the newlyweds in a foursome photo, and in a wider shot with other members of the famously full family. The Instagram reel also showed how Jana and Wisman danced together while guests held sparklers, one sweet part of the classic, elegant wedding, as the bride described it to people. "I think it is one of those things that all girls envision someday," Jana said of her wedding a few days before the celebration. "For me it felt like, okay, it's never coming. But now it's starting to sink in. Reality is starting to set in. And I'm like, wow, this truly is something that I've dreamed of. And just to see it coming about is incredible and kind of hard to believe. It's a dream come true." Jana also told people about how important it was to have her family in attendance at the memorable function. "Coming from two bigger families, Wisman is one of 13 siblings. We love to be able to get together and celebrate moments like these," Jana said. "And so to have all of them there, it just means a lot."